Now we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty of what Indians are all about.
I still say we Indian people are believers in the truth. This is the way of life that was given to your people. You're born an Indian, you're going to die an Indian. Indianness is a good life. You're facing an Indian this afternoon.
This week on Muskogee Vision, Muskogee Media would like to congratulate the new Muskogee Creek Nation Principal Chief David Hill and Second Chief Del Beaver. We were on hand when the new Principal and Second Chief were sworn in at 12:01 a.m. January 1st, 2020 at the Creek Council House. So head over to Muskogee Media's Facebook page to check out the pictures and leave a comment. While the officials have already been sworn in, the inauguration is taking place today, Saturday, January 4th, at Paradise Cove in the River Spirit Resort Casino at 2 p.m. and is open to the public. So we encourage you to head out after the show and meet the new chiefs. We would also like to congratulate all of the new Muskogee Creek Nation National Council members who were sworn in this morning at 10 a.m. We will be covering both of these events on next week's show in case you weren't able to make it out. On our program today, we have a legal update from the Muskogee Creek Nation District Court. We go behind the scenes at the Fireside Grill at the River Spirit Resort Casino to learn how they make their bread pudding. And we take you back to the vault with Tokun Hay, Crooked Sticks. We'll have all that after the break, and thanks for watching Muskogee Vision.
Hey guys, Jimmy Signs, Fountainhead Creek Golf Course. Going to talk to you a little bit about some promotions that we're doing throughout the winter and going on in the spring. Got some good announcements going on. Excited about our high school season. We were awarded the 3A Boy Regional, which will be held in April or May, first part of May, and the 4A Girl Regional, which will be hosted the last week of April, the 28th. So that's big news for us, along with 6 other high school events that we'll be hosting this year. So that's very, very promising for our new season. Golf specials, we are running a promo, a food can drive from now until January the 12th. For each item up to 5, we'll knock off $1 for your round. So up to 5 goods. It can be canned goods, boxed goods, whatever, bring them out to the course, and we'll deliver them once the promotion is finished. So I'm excited about that. We're also doing a Customer Appreciation Week, December 2nd through the 8th, 18 holes for $18. And if you want a small bag of balls, we'll throw that in for an extra $2. Does not include tax. So again, December 2nd through the 8th, we're going to be doing a Customer Appreciation Week and be 18 holes for $18. We're also doing a golf promo pass that's for $30 a month. That will get you a golf pass Monday through Thursday. Your cart fee will be $13 plus tax. On the weekends, Friday through Sunday, it'll be $17 plus tax. If you bring out a buddy or a group of guys once a month, we'll do the same price for that group. For Creek employees, same offer, but instead of $30 a month, it'll be $20 a month. That also includes practice balls. So if you want to come out and just practice, hit balls, gals give you a bag of balls, you go out and warm up or just practice. Use our putting green, practice facilities as well. Same thing, if you bring out a buddy, we'll charge them the same. You'll get one pass a month for a friend or a group. So however you want to do it, come out and see us, and hope you have a good time.
The way we present ourselves sends a message.
It can be the loudest voice you have.
Let your song ring out. We are still here.
Remind the world of your ancestors. Make them never forget the resiliency of Native people.
These are threads.
These are threads.
These are threads. These are threads for the tread you make.
MCN District Judge Jeremy Pittman has ordered BIM Steve Bruner's 2017 felony case dismissed. The order came after the nation failed to provide adequate discovery in the case by the deadline ordered by the judge. These charges were the result of a raid conducted by the nation on property owned by Bruner in 2017. At a December 18th hearing, the nation was unable to provide access to a hard drive containing evidence in the case necessary to provide discovery to Bruner's defense. In addition, the nation had been ordered to produce a chain of custody affidavit for the physical evidence in the case, and the affidavit produced for the court had gaps in time in which it was unclear who had custody of the evidence. Bruner still faces felony charges filed on October 8th and 9th, 2019 in the MCN District Court, and a hearing on these charges is scheduled for February 26th, 2020. At the following National Council meeting on December 21st, Tribal Resolution 19-146 to reconfirm Judge Pittman as an MCN District Trial Court Judge failed to get the required votes and his term expired on the following December 31st. Muskogee Media will have ongoing updates on this developing story.
Hi, welcome to Fireside Grill.
Hi, I'm Chef Benjamin. I'm going to show you how we make our bread pudding here at River Spirit Casino. Right. So we're gonna go in the bakery and do this. I didn't tell my guys we're coming, so they're gonna be movie stars too. I have all the ingredients on this cart that I'm gonna use to make it. You're gonna start out with heavy cream, sugar, and vanilla, and cinnamon. I'll put that in the pot. And here at home, you can just take the cinnamon, the sugar, and the heavy cream, and you can just put it all in the pot at the same time with the vanilla if you want. I use heavy cream because you get a much richer product. So you take the cream and you bring it up to a boil with the sugar. Then I'm going to add the cinnamon as I go along. Then I'll add the vanilla. And you guys get to see how we do it here in the bakery, and everybody else is in here working. So it takes a lot of people to get this going. I got the vanilla in. I'm going to add a little bit of cinnamon. Cinnamon will be added to taste. You taste your mix before you see if you like the amount of cinnamon that you have in there. You just want to stir this all together. You're going to bring it up to a boil. Then once it comes up to a boil, you're going to cut off the heat. And then you're going to add the eggs. I use pasteurized eggs here because they're safer. And at home you can use whole eggs. You just want to scramble them all up really good. But if you can get pasteurized eggs like egg beaters or one of those, something that's pasteurized, you'll be better off. Be a lot more safer. And once this comes up to a boil, then I'll add the egg to it. And then that makes your custard. Then from there, you would take your bread, and the best way to do your bread is to toast it in the oven. That way, once it's toasted, the bread will suck up more of the liquid instead of just putting the bread in raw. So you toast the bread that you like. And then we're gonna bring this up to a boil. And at this point, once it's hot enough, you'll kill the heat, and then you're tempering your egg. And at this point now, you have your custard that is ready for the bread pudding. And so I'll take the bread, and I'll add the bread into a mixing bowl. And at this point, you add your liquid to it. And when you get to this point, if you want to get fancy at home, you can add whatever kind of, if you want to add fruit, if you want to add chocolate, if you want to add whatever, you can add it in at this time. And for you to get the best result out of this, it'd be best to make it the day before and let it soak overnight in the prepared pan that you're going to bake it in. So at this point, this is just going to go in the pan. We're going to use these. These are the ones that we use for fireside. So at this point, I would add raspberries to it, pour them in here, then bake them in the oven at 300 degrees for about an hour with the water bath. That way it stays semi-custardy and not get too. If you like it dry, then don't put any water in it. Just cook it, and you'll see it puff up. Like, don't stress out because it puffs up big. It's fine. You just gonna, once it cools off, it's gonna go back down in the pan. Then you make your sauce or whatever you like. So at this point, I would put this in the prepared mold that or the pan you're gonna put it in. Let it sit in the cooler overnight. Put a plastic on it, and then the next day bake it. And at this point, I'll go and I'll plate up one in fireside, and to let you see how our finished product, is produced. So at this point. So now once you got it made, you can put it in the cooler, or you can just serve it hot, or you can always hit it in the microwave for a few seconds to warm it up if you like it warm. You can't eat it cold. It's not a law thing, you have to have it cold. But here, I'm just gonna plate one up with what you would get here in Fireside Grill. So you would add this is the vanilla anglaise. You would add that to the plate. You would add your bread pudding. Then you would add a whipped topping. And then I don't have any whipped topping made right up, but you can get to look at what it would be like with the whipped topping. Thanks for watching. Come to River Spirit at Fireside Grill and have the raspberry bread pudding, or you can come to Vision's Buffet and get the daily bread pudding that we make there with the caramel sauce. Looking forward to seeing you.
The game of stickball is an ancient sport. played by many Indian tribes of North America for centuries. It has been a part of the lives of the Muskogee Indian people for at least 1,000 years. It is still played during summer at a dozen or so ceremonial grounds in eastern Oklahoma. The rules of the game require the men to use a pair of long, cupped sticks, generally called ball sticks, to pass a small, hide-covered ball from one player to another, and then on to the goal. The art of making ball sticks has been passed on from generation to generation of Indian people. Tima Tiger, a member of Fish Pond Ceremonial Ground near Okemah, Oklahoma, has learned how to make ball sticks from his father. Tima wants to make sure that future generations carry on these tribal traditions, particularly the art of making what the Muskogee people call Dogone crooked sticks.
This here is a hickory, and that was handed down from above, from ancestors on. And what little we know, we try to keep it going, you know. At our ceremonial grounds, that's where they use these at the ceremonial grounds. This is a hickory right here, and then you split that in two and find you one that's pretty good shape, and then split one, and that's what I'm going to have to do right now, just try to split one and hoping to come out right. Takes a little time. And then I hope get this in there. Hold it in place. Get this in butt right in here. A lot of times, you know, you can put a knot in this thing right here like this, if you can. Well, that's kind of a good, the way you can curve it and everything. You can tie a knot in it. But now the first thing to do is take a back part of this off here and then start on my whittling. It takes a lot of patience to do these things. I know a lot of other people probably got different ways of doing it, but like I said, I ain't got all that much tools. I just work by hand. I take it to the clamp here, put this in the vise here, like this. I just kind of square this off a little bit, like this. I'm going to take that and do the other side the same way. Okay, now turn it on. There's a bag. Move this back side up a little bit where there's going to be a cup. Hej, anong något kan amsi där. Ro. Well, next thing I got to do is measure off 6 inches here. And about 16 inches for a cup. That's how it's going to be a cup right in there. So that's yeah. Okay. Whittle this down. Make a cup here. Takes quite a bit of patience here. Complete finish, it'll take about a good half a day. I've done 2 pairs in a day, but it took a while. This part here is a cup that I'm going to have to bend back and make a cup. And it's 16 inches long right in here. And later on, when I get that cup made, well, I'm going to have to grind these off. These ridges here on make the handle part, and this here is on the side. So this is why I'm going to bend this and make a cup. A lot of times you have sometimes it's curve easy, and sometimes you have to work with it in order to. This is the way I usually do it, so. And put this back in the vise here. Like so, and then put this in there. And cut these off, the splinter type, as long as it's thick enough where you got enough to smooth it down till you get me pretty good cup on it. level that off a little bit. Hammer it down a little bit there. In order to get a pretty good cup on it. Now I'm going to clamp that. That's the way I do it, you know. You can make these just like any other sports. It's just some of them's left-handed, and you can make some for left-handed and right-handed. But I've been making right-handed for people. I hadn't run onto one to make left-handed yet. So we're just now finished up curving this one, so we're going to, next step is, it'd be like this here. And then I had to finishing touch on it, and I had to really grind on these right here, like this. Round the handle, you had to round the handle and then make a little ear on this one. You had that right here. You had to pile on this. This in here is being going to the finish, but this in here is how you make your cups kind of spread out a little bit here, like this. I use these here, clamp it down pretty tight in order to stay in shape. So I use this here to spread it, and then turn it around, and use this other side like this, and spread it. That's how the cup would stay in shape. And I use this here to clamp it down where it'll stay. Okay. So. And this in here is almost finished, up to the finish here, and this in here I got a mark here where you're going to drill holes right here and there and on this side here. And then when you drill holes, well, you're ready for the leather to put the lace in there. So the next one, well, this is how it'd look. So I already got this leathered up and everything. That's how it would look when you finish it. I need to sandpaper a little more, but it's kind of smooth enough, so I just laced it up like this. So that's ready. This in here is. But it's been handed down to us to, carried on. Our ancestors brought this from here way back. I don't know what they used to, maybe a flint rock or whatever, to smooth them down and everything. And they used deer hide on them. Now we use them white people's leathers. That's come from way beyond sunrise, older people had said. A lot of things we've seen with our own eyes, and we thought that's the way they done it, so that's the way we've been carrying it on.